स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Namaste my dear friends. In this video I am going to explain a very important statement in Hindu Dharma that says moving away from unreality to reality leads one to enlightenment and very near to liberation. We suffer due to the fact that we term unreality as a reality and a reality as unreality. Due to this ignorance, we continue suffering. So we must recognize in our day-to-day life what is unreal and what is real. So leaving behind the unreal, we must move towards reality. The statement moving away from unreality to reality as per Hindu Dharma refers to a fundamental concept in Hindu philosophy and spirituality. In Hinduism, Dharma is a complex term that encompasses righteousness, moral order, duty, and law. It is the moral and ethical foundation that guides one's life according to Hindu beliefs. The concept of moving from unreality to reality is rooted in Hindu metaphysics and the understanding of the nature of reality. According to Hindu philosophy, the material world we perceive with our senses is not the ultimate reality, that is unreality, but rather an illusion, Maya. True reality, according to Hindu Dharma, is beyond the physical realm and is often described as the eternal, unchanging, and divine truth. Hinduism touches that individuals are caught in the cycle of birth and death, reincarnation due to ignorance and attachment to the material world. The ultimate goal of life, according to Hindu Dharma, is to move away from this cycle of birth and death, samsara, and attain liberation, moksha, by realizing the true nature of reality. To achieve this, individuals are encouraged to practice righteousness, self-discipline, meditation, and devotion to understand the impermanent and illusory nature of the material world. By doing so, they can overcome ignorance, and attain spiritual enlightenment, realizing the ultimate reality as per Hindu Dharma. This understanding is often associated with the concepts of self-realization and union with the divine. Self-realization being a realization of the true nature of oneself, which is considered identical with the ultimate reality or Brahma in Hindu philosophy. In summary, the statement moving away from unreality to reality as per Hindu Dharma emphasizes the journey from ignorance and attachment to the material world, unreality towards spiritual enlightenment and realization of the ultimate truth, reality as described in Hindu philosophy and dharma. In Hindu philosophy, the understanding of reality goes beyond the physical senses and material world. It delves into the nature of the self, that is Atma, and the ultimate reality, that is Brahma. According to Advaita Vedanta, a prominent school of Hindu philosophy, the individual soul, Atma, is essentially identical with the ultimate reality, Brahma. The perceived duality between the individual and the divine is an illusion, and realizing this non-duality is the key to moving from unreality to reality. The process of moving from unreality to reality involves several key principles and practices in Hindu Dharma. 1. Self-realization, Atma Jnana. Hinduism teaches introspection and self-inquiry to understand the true nature of oneself. By realizing that the individual self, Atma, is eternal and beyond the body and mind, one moves closer to the ultimate reality, that is Brahma. 2. Detachment and renunciation, Vairagya. By cultivating detachment from material possessions and worldly desires, individuals can overcome the illusions of the material world. Renunciation in this context does not necessarily mean abandoning the world, but rather developing a sense of detachment and not being attached to the fruits of actions. 3. Yoga and meditation. Yoga in its various forms such as Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Jnana Yoga provides techniques for mental and spiritual discipline. Through meditation and concentration, individuals can calm the mind, overcome distractions, and gain insights into the true nature of reality. 4. Dharma and righteous living. Following one's dharma or moral duty is essential. Living a life guided by ethical principles and righteousness purifies the mind and prepares it for spiritual realization. 5. Devotion Bhakti. Cultivating a deep and loving devotion to the divine is another path to realizing the ultimate reality. Bhakti emphasizes a personal relationship with the divine, leading to a profound understanding of the divine nature. 6. Study of scriptures. Studying ancient texts like the Vedas, Upanishads, and Bhagavad Gita under the guidance of a knowledgeable teacher helps individuals gain philosophical insights and knowledge about the nature of reality. Journey from unreality to reality in Hindu Dharma is a transformative process that involves inner exploration, self discipline, and spiritual practices. By transcending the illusions of the material world and realizing the ultimate truth, individuals can attain liberation, moksha, and break the cycle of reincarnation, reaching a state of eternal bliss and unity with the divine. This profound spiritual understanding is at the core of Hindu philosophy and guides the lives of millions of practitioners. Certainly, let us explore this concept further by delving into the idea of Maya and the role it plays in the journey from unreality to reality in Hindu philosophy. 1. Maya, the illusory nature of the world. Maya is a central concept in Hinduism that refers to the illusionary nature of the material world. According to Hindu philosophy, the world we perceive through our senses is not the ultimate reality but a distortion of the true unchanging reality Brahma. Maya veils our understanding, making us perceive the world as separate from the divine. Understanding and transcending Maya is crucial in moving from unreality to reality. 2. Karma, law of cause and effect. Karma, the law of cause and effect, is another essential concept in Hinduism. It states that every action has consequences shaping our present and future experiences. By acting in accordance with dharma and accumulating positive karma, individuals can move closer to understanding the true nature of reality. By understanding the cyclical nature of karma, one can break free from the cycle of birth and death. 3. Incarnation and the cycle of samsara. Hinduism believes in the concept of reincarnation, where the soul is reborn into different bodies through numerous lifetimes. The ultimate goal is to break free from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, samsara, by understanding the illusory nature of the material world and living a life in accordance with dharma. Individuals can attain liberation, moksha, and escape the cycle of samsara. 4. The Guru Disciple Tradition. In Hinduism, the guidance of a spiritual teacher, Guru, is considered essential on the spiritual path. The Guru imparts knowledge, provides spiritual practices, and guides the disciple in understanding the nature of reality. Through the Guru disciple relationship, individuals can gain insights, overcome ignorance, and move closer to realizing the ultimate truth. 5th, Advaita Vedanta non-dualistic philosophy. Advaita Vedanta, founded by Adi Shankaracharya, is a prominent school of Hindu philosophy that emphasizes non-duality, Advaita, between the individual soul, Atma, and the ultimate reality, Brahma. According to Advaita Vedanta, the perceived duality between the self and the divine is an illusion. Realizing this non-duality through knowledge, jnana, and meditation leads to the understanding of the ultimate reality, moving away from the unreality of the material world. 6. Rituals and symbolism. Hindu rituals and symbolisms are often designed to convey deeper philosophical truths. Through rituals, practitioners engage in symbolic acts that represent the journey from ignorance to enlightenment. By understanding the symbolism behind these rituals, individuals gain profound insights into the nature of reality and their spiritual journey. In summary, the journey from unreality to reality in Hindu Dharma involves understanding the illusory nature of the material world, that is Maya, living a life in accordance with Dharma and Karma, breaking free from the cycle of samsara, seeking guidance from a spiritual teacher, embracing non-duality and engaging in meaningful rituals that symbolize this transformative journey. Through these practices and understandings, individuals in Hinduism seek to move from the unreal to the real, from ignorance to enlightenment, and from the temporal to the eternal. Still, let us delve even deeper into the concept of moving from unreality to reality in Hindu Dharma by exploring some of the key philosophical aspects and practices associated with this profound journey. The concept of Brahma. In Hindu philosophy, Brahma represents the ultimate reality, the unchanging, infinite, and supreme cosmic power from which everything emanates and to which everything returns. Understanding Brahma as the underlying reality behind the diverse and changing world is central to the spiritual quest in Hinduism. 2. Mandukya Upanishad and the theory of consciousness. The Mandukya Upanishad, one of the shortest Upanishads, delves deep into the nature of consciousness. It introduces the concept of Om, AUM or OM, representing the three states of consciousness: waking A, dreaming U, and deep sleep M, as well as the transcendent fourth state known as Turiya. Realizing Turiya, the state of pure consciousness beyond the three ordinary states, is considered the path from unreality to reality. 3. Pathways to liberation, moksha. Hinduism outlines various pathways to attain liberation, moksha, each catering to different temperaments and inclinations. These paths include the path of knowledge, jnana yoga, and path of devotion, bhakti yoga, the path of meditation and control of the mind, dhyana yoga, and the path of selfless action, karma yoga. Practitioners choose a path aligned with their nature to move from the illusory world to the ultimate reality. The role of meditation and contemplation. Meditation, dhyana, and contemplation are essential practices in Hinduism. By calming the mind and turning inward, individuals can explore the depth, depths of their consciousness. Through meditation, practitioners aim to go beyond the mind's chatter and connect with the eternal truth, realizing the impermanence of the material world and experiencing the unity with Brahma. 5. Importance of self-realization. Self-realization, Atam Jnana, is the cornerstone of the spiritual journey. It involves understanding the true nature of the self, Atma, and realizing its unity with Brahma. By recognizing the eternal, unchanging aspect within oneself, individuals can overcome the illusion of separateness and move towards the ultimate reality. 6. Satsang and spiritual community. Satsang meaning association with the truth emphasizes the importance of spiritual community and gatherings. By being in the company of enlightened beings, seekers can imbibe wisdom, receive guidance, and enhance their understanding of reality. Satsang provides an environment conducive to spiritual growth and self-realization. 7. Ahimsa, non-violence and compassion. Ahimsa, the principle of non-violence, is a fundamental aspect of Hindu Dharma. By practicing non-violence in thought, speech, and action, and cultivating compassion towards all living beings, individuals purify their hearts and move closer to the ultimate reality. Ahimsa is considered essential in the journey from ignorance to enlightenment. In summary, the journey from unreality to reality in Hindu Dharma involves a multifaceted approach that includes understanding the nature of Brahma, exploring states of consciousness, choosing a suitable spiritual path, practicing meditation and self-realization, participating in spiritual community, embracing non-violence and compassion, and ultimately realizing the oneness with the ultimate reality. Through these profound philosophical insights and transformative practices, individuals in Hinduism aim to transcend the illusions of the material world and attain the eternal truth. Some additional nuances related to the concept of moving from unreality to reality in Hindu Dharma. Bhagavad Gita and the path of duty, Karma Yoga. The Bhagavad Gita, a revered Hindu scripture, discusses the concept of duty, dharma, and righteousness. Lord Krishna in the Gita emphasizes performing one's duty without attachment to the results, karma yoga. By dedicating all actions to the divine and fulfilling one's responsibilities selflessly, individuals can move beyond the illusion of the ego and align themselves with the ultimate reality. 2. The illusion of the ego ahankara. Ego or ahankara creates a false sense of identity and separates individuals from the awareness of their interconnectedness with the universe. Hindu practices such as self-inquiry, atam-vichara, and meditation aim to dissolve the ego, realizing the unreality of the ego-centric self is crucial in the journey towards recognizing the ultimate reality. 3. The significance of symbolism and mythology. Hinduism is rich in symbolism and mythology, often depicting profound truths allegorically. Stories of gods and goddesses like Lord Shiva's dance symbolizing the cyclical nature of creation and destruction. Shiva Nataraja convey deeper philosophical meanings. By understanding these symbols, practitioners gain insights into the illusory nature of the world and the eternal reality they represent. 4. The doctrine of anatta, anatman, no self in Buddhism and Hinduism. The concept of anatta in Buddhism and its counterpart anatma in Hinduism asserts the absence of a permanent, unchanging self. Understanding that the self is not a fixed entity but a changing, interdependent phenomenon challenges the illusion of a separate and enduring I. This realization aids individuals in moving away from the unreality of a self-centered existence. 5. The practice of mindfulness, sati, and present moment awareness. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment, is not only emphasized in Buddhism but also finds its resonance in Hindu practices. By cultivating mindfulness, individuals can observe the impermanent nature of thoughts, sensations, and emotions. This awareness of the fleeting nature of phenomena helps in overcoming attachment, moving from unreality to a deeper understanding of reality. 6. The role of austerity, tapas, and spiritual discipline. Austerity or tapas involves self-discipline, ascetic practices, and inner purification. By voluntarily embracing challenges and discomfort, individuals can strengthen their willpower and overcome the desires and distractions that bind them to the material world. Tapas purifies the mind and body, facilitating a clearer perception of reality. In conclusion, the journey from unreality to reality in Hindu Dharma is a profound exploration of the self, the ego, and the nature of existence through a combination of philosophical understanding, spiritual practices, ethical living, and self-realization. Individuals aim to transcend the illusions of the material world and recognize the eternal truth that underlies all of creation. This journey is deeply personal, yet it is also a shared quest among seekers in the vast tapestry of Hindu spiritual traditions. Continuing this study, let us explore more factors. 1. Vedanta philosophy and the nature of reality. Vedanta, one of the 6 orthodox schools of Hindu philosophy, delves deep into the nature of reality. It emphasizes the concept of non-duality, Advaita, asserting that the individual soul, Atma, is identical to the ultimate reality, Brahma. Through contemplation and inquiry into the nature of the self and the universe, practitioners of Vedanta aim to realize this non-dual truth, moving away from the illusion of separateness to the reality of unity. 2. Tantra and the recognition of divine energy Shakti. Tantra, a spiritual tradition within Hinduism, recognizes the divine energy or Shakti as fundamental to the universe. Tantric practices involve rituals, meditation, and yoga aimed at harnessing this cosmic energy. By understanding and experiencing the interplay of Shakti and Shiva, the male principle representing consciousness, practitioners move from the fragmented perception of reality to a holistic, interconnected understanding. 3. Yoga and the union of body, mind, and spirit. Yoga encompassing various paths like Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, and Kundalini Yoga seeks to unite the individual consciousness with the universal consciousness through physical postures, breath control, meditation, and ethical principles. Practitioners harmonize their body, mind, and spirit. Yoga enables individuals to transcend the limitations of the physical body and mind, realizing a higher reality beyond the material world. 4. Jap and mantra meditation. Japa, the meditative repetition of sacred sounds or mantra, is a prevalent practice in Hinduism. Mantras like the universal Om or specific deity mantras are chanted or repeated mentally. This repetition serves as a focal point, leading the practitioner from external distractions to internal stillness. Through sustained mantra meditation, individuals can pierce the veil of illusion and experience the underlying reality. 5. Vedantic meditation, dhyana. Vedantic meditation involves contemplating profound philosophical truths found in texts like the Upanishads. Practitioners reflect deeply on concepts such as Tattvam Asi, you are that, or Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahma. By meditating on these truths and internalizing their meaning, individuals gradually dissolve the false identification with the body and ego, moving towards the realization of their divine nature. 6. Seva, selfless service and compassionate action. The practice of seva or selfless service to others is considered a vital aspect of spiritual growth in Hindu Dharma. By serving others without expecting anything in return, individuals cultivate compassion and humility. Seva helps dissolve the ego and fosters a sense of interconnectedness, leading to a deeper understanding of the unity underlying all of existence. In summary, the journey from unreality in Hinduism is a multifaceted process that combines rigorous philosophical inquiry, spiritual practices, meditative techniques, and compassionate living. Through these profound methods, individuals seek to move beyond the illusions of the material world, recognizing the eternal truth that permeates all of creation. This transformative journey is at the heart of Hindu spirituality, guiding practitioners towards the realization of their divine nature and the ultimate reality. Ancient Hindu sages, they have discovered various ways and means to move away from unreality to reality, thereby leading to self-realization, and finally achieving liberation. At this point, I complete this video and will continue this important topic of moving away from unreality to reality in some more videos. Thank you for watching this video. Namaste, Namaskar, my dear friends. Thank you.